Welcome to Medap Medical Software Training, Part 3. In this tutorial, we are going to look at the patient visit form. You can access the patient visit form through the patient registration form. At the top right corner of the patient registration form, there is a little icon with a stethoscope in it. Click on that icon. This will open up the patient visit form. The reason why we stay in the patient's file is because only the patient's family members will be shown here. Now we are going to choose a patient. Over here is the attending or referring practitioners. It will always show the attending practitioner at the top, and it will also generate a date, which will be today's date. You can change the date to a previous date by clicking on the button. IOD date is only for injury on duty. If there was a referring practitioner in the form before this form, that referring practitioner would have been pulled through to this form. If you did add a referring practitioner, then you must add the ICD-10 code of that referring practitioner. This is very important for an EDI claim. This area over here is for the ICD-10 code. This field over here is your primary ICD-10 code. It is the primary reason for the patient's visit. If you do not know the code, you can double-click within this field. This window will pop up. This is also known as the ICD-10 lookup, and you can search for the codes in here. This area over here will indicate if the item was already used or chosen previously. If it was chosen previously, it would say yes, otherwise it will indicate no. Over here is your primary ICD-10 code and secondary ICD-10 code. Your primary ICD-10 code is the original reason for the patient's visit. The secondary ICD-10 code is when the doctor examines the patient and finds something completely different from the primary ICD-10 code. Over here is the service type. You can leave this as is. This is the medical aid authorization number. This is for the specialists only. Admission date and time is practice specific. If the practice must indicate the admission date and time, it's filled in over here. Otherwise, you can leave this blank. This field over here is all the information pertaining to the medical aid. Over here is the badge claim type and result. This add to badge you see over here indicates that this claim will be sent electronically. Over here is the claim history. This only indicates the previously sent claims. Down here is the consultation or visits. We are going to add the consultation code. Click on this drop box over here and select the consultation code. When you enter the code over here, Medap will automatically add the medical aid tariffs first as indicated over here. Let's say for example, we chose the code 0192. We can just hit our tab key and the rest will fill in automatically. Remember to use your tab key as much as possible. And at the same time, Medap will pull the primary ICD-10 code into their own description of diagnosis over here. But this can also be changed manually. The place of service up here will always be consulting rooms. But this can be changed manually via the drop-down menu. Over here is additional ICD-10s. This means that if there are more than 2 ICD-10s, then this can be added over here. Over here is the amount. If you think this is not correct or the amount is wrong, you can manually change it by selecting it inside and changing the amount. Now we are going to do the procedures, which is found over here in this tab. Click on this little icon, and then a window will appear which is also known as the pick list. The pick list is to make finding codes easier for the user. If you know the code, you can add it over here and then you can hit tab on your keyboard twice and the code will be added and you can search for a new code. Now what Medap is doing is adding the codes underneath each other indicated over here. Over here is the quantity fields. You can change these quantity fields as you desire by clicking inside it and changing it manually. Medap will automatically calculate the amount for you, located over here. If we look at this list, over here it says type. This word proc means procedure. When you scroll down more, you'll get a word that says mat. That is materials. This means you can choose the materials as well as the procedures. Medap will also calculate the dispensing fee for you, located over here. Now let us go to the medicine tab located over here. Over here in this drop-down menu, you can choose the medicine as well. Medap is going to automatically calculate the dispensing fee over here when you enter the quantity used for the medicine. In this case, it is milliliter. To find out how all of this works, you can double-click inside the quantity field, inside this field located over here. And this will bring up a window called Pack Size Guide. Let's say this claim has been completed. This was the full consultation. We can now exit. You do not have to worry, Medap will save everything as is. You do not have to save at all. Click on this button over here to exit. It will start doing a calculation to work out the total amount. Over here is the visit with the visit amount. If you wish to print this, we go over here to the small envelope, then click on it, and this type of statement window will appear in front of you. Click on Patient Statement, and you can choose Print, Preview, Send via email, or Create PDF file. We have created a claim. Now we want to send it electronically. At the top right corner of the Medap program main menu, there is a button called EDI Batch Interface, or EDI for short. Alternatively, you can go to Administration button and click on it, and another window will pop up with a button called EDI Batch located over here. You can also click on this. Remember that the EDI batch will not send or even work when you're inside the patient registration form. Make sure you close the patient registration form, and then you'll be able to send an EDI claim or batch. After clicking on the EDI batch button, this electronic submissions window will appear in front of you. Over here, you change the last date. It is necessary to only change the last date. Now click on this button, Import, Update or Submit EDI Batch over here. And Medap will start looking at all the claims. From this window, click on over here to Submit Batch. Choose MediSwitch, and it will generate a batch number. Right now, it is live. Then you just type in your name and say Send EDI. Let's say you've already done your import and somebody has interrupted you. You can go back by clicking on the View or Submit EDI Batch button located over here. Then you can click on Submit Batch and MediSwitch again to send it.